If this shoe can deliver and it can last the test of time, this one may be one of the shoes of the year. So first impressions review I've got for you guys today, we've got the New Balance Rebel V4. So this one is about to drop in Australia in a couple of weeks, I believe, and it might already be available in the US, so lucky for you guys over there. Before we get into it, shout out to the Running Company at Geelong for always hooking me up with a pair of these awesome kicks. And now is a great time. If you want to support the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And in our specs, super light package here, 212 grams or 7.5 ounces, men's size 9, so great lightweight package there. Price point, amazing price point, $220 or $240 in the US, so that is an awesome price point for this shoe. And in our stack height, it's pretty hard to find the exact measurement. New Balance don't have it on their website, but I've seen it around a few times. It's 30 and 24, and that'll give us a 6mm drop. So in our upper here, they are using their engineered mesh, or it's this new one, they've called that now Phantom Fit. Now this Phantom Fit is the same material that they use in the SC Elite V4, but for me I think it feels slightly different. But it is super light, super airy, very breathable. Now especially through the toe box, it's super light and breathy just in this part just here, and then it sort of gets a little more structure as it goes back towards the end of the shoe. But you'll notice in the front there's probably a little bit too much material in the front of the toe box, and it gets a bit, it sort of bags up on yourself, but I'm not having any real dramas with that. But padding wise, the padding is at a minimum here, so not much padding, a little bit around the heel collar. The tongue hasn't got any padding at all, really thin. The tongue is really nice, so gusseted thin tongue. It's got a nice cutout there, so it fits nice and flat on the top of your foot, so no irritation there. Our heel counter, it's pretty structured, so pretty structured here at the bottom, a little bit of movement at the top. It's pretty reminiscent of what you're going to see in the SC Elite. Overall, this shoe is pretty similar to the brand new SC Elite that's just come out. Pretty standard lacing system here, so no issues with the lockdown so far. Now fit is true to size, fit is nice, and the toe box is pretty wide, so it's very accommodating, nice and roomy toe box here. And in our midsole, we've got a brand new formulation of their fuel cell midsole. So this is not the same fuel cell as you're going to find in the SC Elite. This one is a PEBA blend, so we've got 20% PEBA and the 80% is the EVA, but the foam itself feels pretty soft to touch and pretty soft to run in. But no plate in the shoe, so nice and flexible shoe. So you stability runners may want to stay clear of this shoe. Geometry wise, we've got a nice, more natural rocker in this shoe, so it starts further back, and that's pretty similar to the SC Elite as well, but really nice geometry in this, not slappy in the ride at all. And in our outsole here, so we've got some pretty thick rubber here, so the rubber is obviously on the high wear areas, so pretty much covering most of the forefoot, but this rubber, yeah, it's pretty thick. And it's got those nice little diamond patterns in it, as what is in the SC Elite 4. So it's pretty much got the same rubber pattern or the same outsole as that shoe. And obviously I've only done a few runs in it so far, but no signs of wear so far. But the grip is excellent in this thing. Had it in some greasy conditions, it's fine. Durability, if the SC Elite is anything to go by, sorry, the durability looks good for this outsole. We've got a bit of exposed foam there that's probably taking a bit of a hit, so that one is certainly flush to the ground, so that is going to cop some impact in this shoe. But overall, no real issues in the outsole so far. And in our ride, I'm actually finding it quite nice. So this foam, as I said before, is soft, so soft to push in, soft to the touch. But it's not like their previous versions. It didn't feel overly soft and mushy. So this one, yeah, I think they've got the consistency just right. For me, there's not any explosive bounce or explosive energy return. It does feel quite responsive and snappy though, but usually you would find that in a firmer shoe, but this is a softer version of a propulsive type snappy shoe, which is quite strange, and I think that might just be down to that really natural rocker and the lightweight package of the shoe. But really this ride for me stands out of just how natural it feels through the foot strike. So your foot feels really flexible, it can bend anywhere. there is really a nice amount of cushion in it. So 30 millimeters, you would think you'd find a little bit more road feel in it, but for me, it actually feels like the stack height is quite higher than that. So I'm not getting any road feel. My legs don't feel like they're getting banged up at all. I think there's just enough foam in here, so it feels quite nice. It feels pretty stable to me as well, so not overly unstable. I'm not sure if you're a heavy heel striker, you may have a few issues, but I'm not having any issues in the stability department. I'm not sure if it is a really super duper fast shoe, so one that you're going to go flat out for a 5K in. But I do think it's extremely versatile, so really nice at just jogging around, and it's still quite capable of picking up the paces. I'm not sure if you would replace this one for a carbon plated like super shoe for a race. But if you don't like the plates, then you could probably use this one as well. But it just doesn't have that wow factor or that explosiveness that you will find in a lot of those super shoes. Okay, what I'm liking in this shoe is the weight, the price, and the ride. So lots of things to like about this shoe. What I'm still figuring out of this shoe is firstly the stats. So they say it's got a 6mm drop. It actually feels a bit lower than that to me. It could even be closer down to 0 drop. And I'm also a little bit unsure about the durability of this foam. So fingers crossed, let's hope that it holds up. And dislikes in this shoe so far is nothing. So nothing's really bothering me in this shoe. Everything is all good so far. So you can probably figure out already I am really getting along with this shoe, so enjoying my time in it. So I think we've got a super versatile running shoe here. So I think it's pretty much up there with the Super Blast in terms of versatility. I think the only thing that may let this one down would be the durability. So that's probably where the Super Blast is the superior shoe, but I don't know yet. This foam could hold up just like the Super Blast and last forever, but yeah, for me, at this stage, I think it's just as versatile. It's quite capable to go long, slow, and fast. So, great signs for this shoe. And the shoe is just so cheap. So cheap. So, if this shoe can deliver and it can last the test of time, this one may be one of the shoes of the year. So, for me, there's not too much to dislike in this shoe. So, it's a great price. It's super light. The ride is fun. The shoe actually looks amazing, so I think it's one of the best looking shoes on the market. So it's great signs so far for the Rebel. Let's just hope it holds up. So anyway guys, that is it for me. That's the first impressions done for the Rebel V4. Any questions relating to this shoe, please drop them in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and we'll see you next time.